Okay, so a very good evening. Wonderful to have you on board, everybody. It is so good to see you again. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday's workshop. Let's get started with the second day workshop today. I'm going to share my screen and we will continue from the place where we had actually left, right? So I hope everybody's Excel sheet is opened. And like yesterday we were working on the exercises. Similarly, exactly similar way we are going to do. Yesterday, our main topic of or main area which we covered was the introduction to the field of IT. We discussed the different fields of IT in which we can start or switch our career, isn't it? And then we talked about the basic concepts of Excel. We discussed as to how the formatting can be done, how you can select multiple text, right? How you can select the multiple text which is present within the same cell or with the adjacent cells or with the different other cells. So that is all these different things we have already discussed, right? So what we are going to do now is we are going to PDF have again dropped. So we will continue from there itself, everyone, from the same PDF, we will continue. So I'm going to now share my screen. So last time we looked into one of the formulas and from there on we are going to continue, right? So we discussed that if you want to use the formula palette, so this is the last bit that where we stopped, right? The auto sum feature. Now we are going to use the formula palette to see how it works. We have got the is equal to sign, everybody can see. Yes, so this formula tab, if you scroll down, you will see that there is a formula palette. I'll show, let's open the Excel sheet and I request everybody to also open it. This is that formulas tab. So if you click on it, you will see all the formulas which are available here. And this is called as a formula palette. So it has functions like sum, set of arguments will be there. It will be in parentheses, function name will be there. So all those different things, I give you a minute to explore it. Yes, everybody observed it. Okay, so there are some of the things that we can do in this formula palette. As you can see, there are some function arguments which you can pass in this palette. And you can see it is asking us which number range, to which number range we should start. These are the different function arguments. And these are the different methods. So let's work on this. It says select the cell in which you want the formula to appear. So that is the step number 1. So let us go to our Excel sheet. Can we do these steps? So this is, for example, the cell in which I want to do the operation. And then on the formula bar, you need to click on the insert function button. So this is the cell in which I want to work, right? On the formula function, you can see, where is, anybody can locate it for me? Insert formula, insert function. Yes, very good. The first option. So click on this insert function, everybody, and you will see this option. I will wait for you. And then from this insert function, you can see there is a sum, there is average, count, max, min, sign. These are the different things, right? Right? So this is count, max, sum if, PMT is there, STDev is there. So these are the different functions that we have got. And once these different functions are available, you can click on them. Right, everyone? So PMT is there, STDev. These are the different formulas one by one, which we will be exploring. So let's go. And it says select the function that you want to and press OK. If you have pressed OK, that is all you have to do. And that's it. Okay, all functions have been understood, right? So we will be covering them one by one, not possible to cover all the functions in one go. Okay, so now remember the way of my teaching, it's more hands-on based. I want you all to work with the Excel with me rather than me just giving you a 20 minutes or quick walkthrough and then, you know, just 2 hours of walkthrough and we close it. No, that's not how it will work. Please remember. we will have to do some practice. So this can we all try now very quickly and see if it is working. Select the cell B12. On the formula bar, click the insert function. Use the sum. In the number one argument box, make sure B6 to B11 appears. Please just finish this bit first and let me know if it is working. Just finish this bit first. Okay, 7 of us done. Write down in the chat if you have done the steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. One, two, three, and 4. Okay, I'm glad everybody is done. So let's move on to the next. And you will choose OK, use the same steps in cell B23 to calculate the sum of the boxes of the fresh products sold. And in the Excel 2013, the maximum number of arguments a function can have is 30 to 255. So this is all you need to remember. 30 to 255 is the number of arguments. Clear, everybody? Any questions? So these are the different steps we had to follow. This assignment is also there. The PDF is there with you. One by one, we are understanding how the different formulas work. So for that, we selected the cell B12. On the formula bar, we went to the insert function fx. In the function box, we clicked the drop down arrow and then we selected the sum function. And in the number one argument box, B6 to B11 had appeared. Scrolling down, it helped us to use the same steps in cell B23. And finally, it helped us to calculate the sum of boxes of fresh products sold. Okay, I hope that is clear. Let's go to the next one. How do you edit the data on the worksheet? Now, any questions before we go on to this one? Sandhya, you cannot understand the formula bar. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you one by one. This bar here, which I say is the formula bar. So bar means these are all bars. Insert, page layout, formulas. So Sandhya, if you go here, formulas, click on this insert function. These are the different functions which are available. Sum, average, if, count, sin. Okay, so this is what we are talking about. Is that clear now? Okay, some of us saying that we want to do this together. Okay, let's do this exercise together. Let me scroll back. So first is it says select the cell B12. Now everybody do these steps with me. B12. This is the B12 cell that we have selected. B12. On the formula bar, click the insert function button. So insert function button has been pressed. Done till here, everyone? In the functions, click the drop down arrow and then select the sum function. So if I select the sum function, it says select the sum function. I selected it. And then what does the assignment says? In the number 1 argument box, make sure B6 to B11 appears. So what it is saying, in this number 1 box, you should be taking from B6 to B11, right? So you can drag and drop everybody. And if you drag and drop, you will see that B6 and B11 will come. Done till here? Choose OK. Use the same steps in the cell B23 to calculate the sum. Now, obviously, we don't have any data here, isn't it? But let's put 10. Let me do one thing. Let me put some data here. 10, 20, 45, some numbers I'm going to add here. And then here I will click and I'll click on insert function and sum and click on OK. So you can see that by default B4 to B14 was selected. It has included these also. If you want to get rid of the last two, you can get rid also. Otherwise, click on OK. And as you click on OK, you will see the sum. One very quick way of doing this is a very quick way of doing it, right? The other way, which is a quick way of doing it, is if I just put these values here and then I do is equal to SUM. If you start typing and then select all these values one by one, right, till the place where you want, you will press enter. That is another way. Adaisha, you want me to do it again? Okay, so Daisha, do one thing. I'll show you both the steps. Write some numbers in your Excel sheet. I'll show you one more time. We have a query. Select, put all the numbers one by one, dear. Click on this option. Click on this insert function. Adaisha, till here it is okay. Click on the insert function. There is a sum option. Click on sum and click on OK. By default, it will select the range. If you want to select some other range, please feel free to do that. And click on OK. And you can see the output. Is that clear, Adaisha? Adaisha, out clear? Okay, so similarly, there are so many different functions which you can try: average, count, max, min, and you can see more functions are there. You can please try all these functions. Brilliant. Glad to know it worked. Let's go to the next part of the PDF. So as I said, the arguments can be from 30 to 255. Let's go to the next one. How do you edit the data on the worksheet? Let's say there is a worksheet and you want to replace, you want to edit, or you want to delete the information. That is definitely possible. You can do that, and anytime you feel that, oh, you made a wrong, it's a mistake that you have done, you don't want to do that, guys, what you will do is you will use the edit. Okay, so and you can just do Control-Z. You can press the undo button. So what is the method to replace the data in a cell? Select the desired cell, type the new data, press enter, OK, or click the enter button. Okay, select the desired cell, type the new data, press enter, or click the enter button. Okay. So let's see how it works. In the below exercise, in the following exercise, you will replace the data in the several cells. Select the cell D5. Let me just select the cell D5. Type revenue, press enter, select cell B7, type 42, click the enter button. Can we all try this? This is a very good exercise to actually tell you. Don't worry about the other things, because they are working on in this exercise. They're expecting you to work on an Excel sheet with data. If your Excel sheet doesn't have any data, it's absolutely fine. Do not worry, please. Right, everyone? So please give it your try. It will be very easy for me to just do and show it to you, but that's not how it will work. Right, Jinsmon, Joseph, clear? So please try this. Take this opportunity, these 2 hours, to do as much as you can with me in the form of exercises. Do this and please write done in the chat. I'll wait for all of you. Excellent. Good number of us have now solved this exercise. Anybody who has faced any issues in this? Any doubts? All right, we can go to the next page then, if we all have completed it. So in the next part, we are going to understand how do you edit the cell. It's very simple, everyone. All you will do is just click on the cell you want to modify. So double click the cell, and then there is an option for edit the data. You will click on edit the data option, press enter or click the enter button and accept the changed data. Or in case you want to make any modification, you can press the escape key. So that is what this exercise is telling you in a simple way. Just click on this one. I'll show you. Any modification, just double click on it, make the modification, and the moment you have made the modification, all I'm expecting you to do is just press enter. So I changed this from 3 to 5 and press enter. That's it. Okay. So based on this, let's try to solve this exercise, which is again a very good exercise. And let me know if it is working for you. So right arrow should be pressed. First of all, align the mouse pointer in front of the 0 in the cell 9. Which cell you will be selecting, everybody? You will be selecting the C9 cell. Then you will be double clicking on that option, and you will press the right arrow key twice, and finally press the delete option. Finally press the delete option. Type 7 and press enter. Okay, just 6 simple steps. Please quickly do this and let me know if it is working. And let me know if it works. So all about modifying the data, right? And let me check the chat. Done. Shama, Naveen done. Shraddha done. Good job. Good job, everybody. Swami done. Vivek done. Lalita done. Okay, good. We can go to the next one, I think now, isn't it? Okay, let's move to the next bit of this PDF. And then it comes to editing a formula. Did you know that you can also edit the formulas? You can also modify the formulas. That is also possible. So how do you modify the formulas? You will select the cell which is containing the formula to be edited. You will click the white area of the formula bar to activate it, edit the formula as needed, and click the enter button. I'll show you these steps so that it is much more clear. So this is the, for example, the formula, the place where the formula has been made, right? So sum is equal to, and this is the formula. If you want to make any modification to this formula cell, so all you will do is just double click on this and make the corresponding change. So if you look at this exercise, it says that you will select the cell D12. In the formula bar, you will click just after the closed parenthesis, and you will type minus D8. Cell D12 has to be selected. Let's see. This is D and this is the 12th. So this is the cell which we have to select, D12. Anytime you feel stuck on the formulas, what you need to do, one very simple thing is that just do one thing, and that is press the escape key. That's the only thing you need to do. Press the escape key. And then finally, if you go back to this exercise, you will see it says select it and press minus D8 and click on the enter button. Done, everybody? Selected the cell D12. In the formula bar, you have just clicked on the close parameters. Then minus D8 you will press and click the enter button. So that's all we need to do to see how the formulas can be edited, or basically wherever the formula is there, how you can make the corresponding modification. So can we all do these steps, please? Kindly select the D12. And once the D12 is clicked, just in the formula bar, after the closed parenthesis, just click after that option. And finally, just type minus D8 and the enter button. That's all. I hope you are finding it easy. Please complete this and then we go to the next bit. Yeah. Brilliant, everybody. Done. Let's quickly complete this and then go to the next one. Okay. Write done in the chat if done. I hope everybody is completed till here. No questions. Let's go to the next one. And in the next slide, it's about clearing the contents from the data. Now, this is quite straightforward. Anytime you wish to make the modifications, you want to change the required information, that is what you are going to do. That's the only thing. Clear the data, right? So let's quickly try this and see if it is working. If yes, let's go to the next one. These steps are quite straightforward. Click on the cell which you want to modify, and that's it. Just click on the cell and that's it. Please write done in the chat once you have finished this assignment. Done, everybody? Is that clear? So in order to clear the contents from the cell or the range, this is what you will do. Select the desired cell or range. Press the delete on your keyboard. Click the clear button in the editing editor of the home ribbon. And finally, it will help you delete the options. So having said this, let's finish this exercise quickly. We are going to understand each and everything practically in an Excel. There is no point just, understanding them theoretically. So let's jump on to this exercise very quickly. We are going to look into how we can get the content from the several cells, and we can do that and we can clear that from the multiple cells. Instead of one cell, how we can do it on the multiple cells. Right? So select the cell B12 On the home ribbon, click the clear button, choose the clear contents, and finally select the cell D23. Finally, press the delete button. That's all we will do. I hope that's clear. So please finish these steps. So that's all we need to do. Now let's have a very quickly understand of what we are doing here. The first option is select the cell B12. On the home ribbon, click the clear button. And then you have an option of choose clear contents. Finally, select the cell B23 and click the right mouse button. And you can see there is an option of clear content. You can clear the content. This is the option. Let's go back to the Excel sheet. Just select this option, click on the home. And then you can press the delete button or you can press the cut. So what is this assignment saying? Select it, right mouse icon is there. And from the shortcut menu, you will choose the clear contents. Finally, it will help you clear the content. Okay, let's do these steps one by one. Select the cell B12. I hope everybody, all those who have done can help me here now. This is B12, right? Now, what is the next part? It says on the home ribbon, click the clear button. This is the home button. Where did you find the clear button, everybody? Excellent. In the editing tab. So click on this clear option. And then you can see clear all, clear formats, clear content, clear comment, clear hyperlinks, right? These are the different options which you have. So this is what I wanted you to locate. Okay, this is how the content will get cleared. And if you want to press delete, you can also delete the items, right? Is that now clear? Praveen Kumar, is it clear now? You got the option? You were a little confused on how to do. Is it okay? Good. Okay. So these options we will find out on our own so that we get more confidence with this Excel. So this is that option, clear. And let's go to the next one now. The undo and redo is quite straightforward. This is that undo and redo option. Anytime you want to make the modification, whatever, let's say you have made the changes, you can just do undo or redo. These are the options. Just press this and it will take you back to the last result, like in any other tool, Microsoft tool. Okay, so I think this exercise we can skip because it's quite straightforward, undo and redo. We quite understand how it works. Right. Now, what we are going to do is, this is an assignment which you see. I will give you the Excel sheet as a homework, and this assignment you can do as part of your homework, home assignment. Okay. Or what you can do, you need to generate an Excel sheet, something similar to this, and then you can work on the assignment. So I'll share with you this PDF. Let's go to the next one. And the module 3 that we have, we are going to talk about how do we manage the entire worksheet? What is the mechanism of managing the entire worksheet? So let's have a look. At the completion of this lesson, we will see how we can print a single worksheet, how we can navigate in a worksheet that we have, and how we can change the worksheet structure. Finally, how we can create and use the named ranges. These are the different things that we are going to do. So let's talk about them one by one. Navigating in a worksheet. To go directly to a specific cell on a worksheet, you can simply position the mouse pointer on the cell you want, click on the mouse. This method works well when the desired cell is on the screen, but it isn't quite as effective when the cell you want is not visible. And whenever you want to navigate to your sheet, Excel has many features and it will help you to do that quickly and effectively. Now, these are the shortcuts, guys, which we can practice. Control and home is the first. The second is just the home, and then control and end. Control and home will help you move the first cell in the worksheet. Control plus home. If you want to move the first to current row, it is home and control end. Can we all of us try these three shortcuts? All right, I'm glad to have so many dones. So you all opened. See, don't worry about some of you are asking Jolly Co sales figure. Do not worry about the Excel sheet name. You can open any Excel sheet name, select the cell, press the home, control and control end. That's all you have to do. Okay, Excel sheet doesn't matter, guys, in this case. Okay, can we go to the next one? Any questions on this? Excellent. So see, in such a short span of time, we are going fast. We are working on exercises and we are able to do the things quicker. Now, observe this Excel sheet snapshot in front of you. You should be very comfortable in using the vertical and the horizontal scroll bars. It is very, very important, right? So whenever you have a large worksheet, with huge amount of data, there'll be lot of things that you can do using the scroll downs. Up, down, left, right is the options, right? Which you can try. Vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bars, right? That is what you will try. Now, in order to select the dropped vertical bars and this, I'll show you how you can do it on the Excel sheet. You will be able to see this this scroll bars, right? On the right side and on the bottom. So these are your horizontal and vertical scroll bars. Now, very quickly, we are going to do this exercise to get a good idea of it, how we can use the scroll bars. Okay, please do this and let me know if it is done. I'll do it and show it to you also, but just request you to all to give a quick shot on this. Yeah, please try everybody and write done. Brilliant. In a very short span of time, we have been able to achieve this. So let's do this exercise together, everybody. Let's see what it is saying. It says select the cell A10. Let's go to this select A10. This is the cell that we are on. This is all on A and this is the 10, A10. Right? I hope everybody has done this, selected the cell. The next is, it says on the vertical scroll bar, click the down scroll arrow 25 times. So what is the learning here? That, this scroll, this Excel sheet that we have, at a time it will scroll like this. And then you can see this, it goes down. And then you can see when you press enter after this, it just keeps increasing. So at the moment, if your scroll bar is here, it takes you all the way to scroll 14th row. Can you see the difference? Right? And if you press it multiple times from this, the scroll bar goes down. So that is what it is meaning, that the scroll bar worksheet will scroll one line at a time and you should do it 25 times. Then it asks you to select the cell which is D27. And on the horizontal scroll bar, click the right scroll arrow 10 times. You will then select M27. You will drag the vertical scroll box up to top of the vertical scroll bar. And finally on the horizontal scroll bar, you will click and hold the left scroll arrow all the time till the column A is visible. So that's all we have to do. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, you can move multiple screens. That is another very interesting feature. So this is the last thing that we will do before we go on to break. So moving one screen. So this says that if your worksheet is very large, very huge, and you want to move your data from one screen or one window at a time, this is very, very much possible. And how we can do that? See, if you can look at these shortcuts, This PDF is with you, right? So look at the shortcuts. There is a one screen down, one screen up, one screen right, one screen left. On the keyboard, you will press page down, you will press page up, press Alt page down for the right. Done, Joseph. And Alt plus page up. So let's try these options, everybody. Press page down. You are on your Excel sheet. Press page down. Can you all do this? This option. Okay. Page up option. Can we try this? On your keyboard, page down, it will take you like this. Page up, go up. So that makes it very easy. So by default, you can see if I go to my page up, it is showing me 23 rows. If I page down, 46, 69, 92. So you can see, right, how many pages. So at one page at a time, it is showing you all the information. So click the vertical scroll bar below the scroll bar box. Click the vertical scroll bar above the scroll box. Finally, use the press Alt page down. Try this Alt page down, and can you, any one of you, tell me what it is doing? Alt page down. Alt page down. Can anyone tell me in the chat what is Alt page down doing and Alt page up doing? Okay, excellent. I'm getting some answers now. I think most of you have now tried it. Done, everybody? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Press the appropriate key or key combination or click the scroll bars. So now I'll show you how to move one screen at a time. So this is that exercise. We will have a horizontal scroll bar to the right of the scroll box. We will click on the vertical scroll bar below the scroll box. We will click the horizontal scroll bar to the left of the scroll box and vertical scroll bar above the scroll box. Finally, you have page down option, Alt plus page down option, and then you have page up and Alt plus page up function. Okay, so click the horizontal scroll bar to the right of the scroll box, click the vertical scroll bar below the scroll box, horizontal scroll bar to the left and right, and press these options. I hope this is clear, right? Many of these things we have already done. And finally, let's say you have a very big worksheet and you want to move to the end of the worksheet all the way till the end. Yes, there is an option. How we can do that? We can press the control key and press the down arrow key. I hope you can all write down these shortcuts once. What will happen with that? You will get a good idea. Okay, plus this PDF and all, I'll share it with you. So you will press the control key and press the down arrow key. Can we all try this? Very good. So you've pressed the control key and press the down arrow. You've pressed the control key and you press the right arrow. and press the control key and you have pressed the home key. Brilliant. That's what we have to do. So what will be the changes? On the when you hold the control key and press the down arrow, the worksheet will move to the very last row, whatever last row. So these shortcuts are you know it's very difficult to memorize them. You will get used to it as you practice. And then finally the worksheet will go to the final column if you press the control and right arrow key. And the third is the worksheet will return to the very first cell. Press the control key and press the home key. Okay. Any questions so far? Let's take the questions, and then changing worksheet is what we will do once we come back from the break. But before that, is there anything that you want to ask? All right. Okay, a 10 minutes break, guys. Thank you so much. No questions, no problem. So 10 minutes break. Please come back at 7:10. We will resume at sharp 7:10. Take a nice break and come back. Okay, see you all at 7:10. Brilliant. I hope everybody is back and refreshed and we are ready to resume, everyone. Let's start changing the worksheets. How do we actually change the worksheets? So we will see how by default Excel gives us the 3 sheet tabs on each new workbook. So one by one, we are going to look at it. In the later versions, initially, you know, when we actually started with this, it had allowed us 16 sheets in a workbook. Can you believe it? 16 sheets were initially allowed. But then in the later versions, it was increased to 255 worksheets, which you can include in your workbook. So it was around 2013 version when only limit to number of sheets you could add to your workbook was based on the memory of the computer. So slowly, the number of sheets kept getting added. So you can see I've got sheet 1, 2, 3. You can click on the desired sheet tab. So you will click on the tab for sheet 2. Sheet 2 will be displayed. Finally, go to return sheet. This is quite straightforward, so we don't need to do much about it. This is the one. So this is sheet 1. This is sheet 2. And that's all it is saying is you can navigate from one sheet to another sheet. Okay, is that clear? Then the next option is the go to command. Go to command helps you to go to a specific option. How do you go search for the go to command? Does anybody know the shortcut? This is the shortcut. So on the home ribbon in the under the editing group. So let's go to the home. And which group you will be going on? To the editing group, guys. This is the last one. See? Editing group. So please go to the home editing option and you will find and select and click on the go to. Press F5 and in the go to dialog box, you will see a box like this and finally click on OK. That's all we have to do. Click on OK. Okay, let's quickly try this. 1 minute of time quickly. Let's complete. All right, I hope everybody's finished this exercise. I've got a lot of dones. So these are the different things. You can have comments, constants, formulas, blanks. You can have current region, current array, objects, row differences. These are the different things which Excel supports. These are the different things which Excel supports. Let's go down. This is for your self-read. And in this exercise, we will see how you can press OK and select a specific cell. Can we all try this exercise? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press F5 and very easily you will all click on the reference type box. Type the D29. Okay. All you need to do, I'll give you the steps one by one. You will press the F5 key. As you press the F5 key, in the reference box, I request everybody to type D29. And once you have done that, choose the OK command. And finally, the last thing that you have to do is you will select cell A1. Select cell A1. That is the next thing that we are going to do. Okay, I'm waiting for all of you to complete these steps, please. And the most important thing is how we can change the worksheet structure. In order to make the change to the worksheet structure or the workbooks, all we can do is some simple instructions have to be followed. So we are going to look into what all are those simple instructions, what are those different things that we can do. So let's scroll down. Shift cell, right, down, entire row, entire column is what we can do. And let us now try this assignment. It will give you much more better idea. Let me little make it smaller so everything is invisible on the same slide. I want you to practice the to insert cells, to insert rows, and to insert columns. All right, everybody, let's get started. Please do this and write down in the chat. I'm going to reset my chat counter to 0. All right, please practice this and let me know if you're facing any issues. Brilliant. I've got a lot of dones. So the first option said you have to insert a cell. Easy, isn't it? So all you need to do is select the cell which you want to insert, and the home tab you will click on choose cells. In the insert dialog box, you will select and click on OK. So if you just follow these instructions, you will see that you will be able to achieve all these different things. So this is the quick exercise which will give you a very good idea on the Excel sheet. Let's quickly try this and let me know if you have done this. I will reset the chat to 0. Okay, so try this practically. Select the cells, home tab is there, drop down menu is there. Please try this and I'll show it to you practically once you have done this. But I want all of you to try it first. Okay, let's try. Excellent. Already 3 of us have been able to do it. I request all of you to try this before we go ahead. Okay, so it says, let's do the steps practically now. It says select the cell A1 to C2. This is A1 and the C2. I hope everybody knows how to select this A1 and C2. Just press this and you'll be able to select this area. I hope everybody did it. Then it says on the home tab, under the cells grouping, choose insert. In the home tab, if you see everybody, this is the home tab. And then it says under the cells group, choose insert. Where did you find the insert option? All those who have done. Where did you find this insert option? Cells grouping. Let's go back to the Excel sheet. Very good. This is the cells option, right? So this is that cells area where you can insert the elements. The next thing is from the drop down, choose insert cells, select the shift cells right option below. So you can see this insert cells right option below. And then here you can see this different options. You can shift cells right, left, entire row, entire column can be shifted. Okay. You can also delete the cells and rows and columns, right? And what we all have to do is look at the delete option. So all these things, I hope I have made it clear, the deleting options. And this is the next exercise, which will help you to learn how you can delete the different options. So you can see here, there is a column C. Let me just scroll up. There's a column C. See entire column. When it says column C, that means kindly select the entire column. When it says the delete, click the delete upper portion. This is present under the cells option. Please select that. Select the row 16 and 17. Click the delete portion. Then select this range, lower portion, delete the cells button. So this is going to give you an exposure to select the multiple options that we have under delete. Okay. So this is that column C that you will be working on in as part of this assignment. This is that column C. Please select this column C. Let me go back and do these operations. All right, let's do it. And please write done in the chat. All right, done everybody? All right, everybody. I'm very glad to see the response. Many of us have written done. Excellent. So now let's go on to the next bit in which we are going to look into the ascending and the descending shortcuts on the Excel sheet. Okay, so first of all, we need to find out where exactly we are referring to. So I'm going to scroll down now to show you that option. So this exercise, which is helping you, asking you to select the range C7 to O14, and then finally asking you to go to sort and filter group. Now I'm going to show you this sort and filter group. If you go over here and click on this option as mentioned in the assignment, sort and filter group under the data tab. Please click on the data tab, everybody. I hope everybody's clicked on the data tab. So in the data tab, you can see the sort and the filter option. There is filter option over here. Okay, sort and filter option. So you will click on that data tab and it will help you to either sort in the ascending or the descending order. Now open any Excel sheet that we have. Let's quickly solve this 1, 2, 3 point and then let's go to the next one, right? I hope you're getting confidence with the basic concepts. Let's quickly finish this and I'm waiting for your dones. I'll reset my chat counter to 0 and I'll count the number of dones and wait for you. Praveen Kumar, the PDF was shared yesterday. In the beginning also I shared. I'm going to do one thing. Just before we close the session, I'll put the PDF again. All right, I hope that helps. Brilliant. So let's do this and please write done. Superb. I've got 50 chats, which shows most of you have completed this assignment. So any questions, any doubts anybody is facing, any queries, anyone? I hope it is all clear and sorted. Okay, let's go to the next one. And in the next one, we are going to understand as we scroll down, how do we create the name ranges? Now, see, I'm going to explain you in a very simple way. The name ranges is like a bit tricky concept, but let's try to understand name ranges through a scenario. Let us say you are all going on a trip, right? You're going on a trip with your friends and you want to tell the people that you were visiting a specific latitude and a specific longitude, right? People will understand. No, let's say I am traveling to 5° north and 6° east. Will it make any sense? No sense, right? And rather than saying that, if I say, oh, I'm going to Washington, DC, which makes much more sense, right? So similarly, namespaces helps you to add some more information. So for example, if I got profit is equal to income minus expenses, this is much easier to understand than they doing H5 is equal to A5 minus F5. So this is the concept of naming ranges. We will talk about it, how the naming ranges are devised now. So this is how the naming ranges work. If I scroll down, you will select the range you want to name. Then there is a click the name box, type the name and press enter. So I'll show you this how to do. Please open the worksheet. Select the sheet 2 of the worksheet. Select the D7 to O10. So this is D7 and you need to go till O10 as per the assignment. So this is the O10 column. So I've selected this and I hope you're doing this with me. Then there is a name box which we will click on and we will type region 1 2008. Can you all click on the name box? Okay. And then finally, we will click on the enter option. All right, everybody, clear? And if you want to if you need the names column, how do you put the names? Where exactly name box is there? Let me show you the figure. This is the region. This is the place. The name box. Okay. So that makes it much more understandable. All right, everybody, does that make sense? So now from here to here, I selected this box and I call it as profit. Press enter. So that means anytime you will select this option, once you go to the correct number of elements, it will give you that this particular column is profit. Okay, so this is the area where I'm requesting all of you to type in. Name box. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's go to the next one. And then there are automatically naming ranges. Let's scroll down and I'll show you the exercise, which will make much more sense. So this is what we'll do. So this is what we're going to try. C7 to O11. Now you know where is the formulas tab. We'll go to formulas tab also. Select the column and checkbox. I hope everybody is solving this. I hope everybody has done this. Okay, let's go to the last bit. So this is what it is actually expecting you to do, right? So Ali underscore James, Kim Jameson is there, region 1 2008, region 1 2009, right? This is how you can give the namespaces. Okay, and this concept is called as automatically naming ranges. The next is how do we navigate with the named ranges? This is the method. In the name box, we will click the drop down arrow, select the named range in which we want to move, and finally click the find and select option. This is another very useful way of getting the values. So I'll just ask you to scroll down and I'll give you an exercise directly so that we can learn. This find and select option, where you will find everyone, find and select button option you will get in the editing group of the home ribbon. This is the home ribbon. Let's go to the home ribbon and then you can see this option editing. This is the area where we are. So let's go back and please complete this quickly and let me know once it is done. All right, I hope everybody is done. I trust everybody has been able to solve this. Let's go to the next one. Okay, everyone, let's scroll down. And finally, this is how the range name formulas can be put in this method. Now, see, look at this. What comes to your mind when you look at this different, you can put it in the chat. What comes to your mind when you look at these different options? What is it actually denoting? You can see that you can give the names to your formulas and you can put the ranges in which the formulas you want to add, right? So this is what you can see. Okay, and what will be the end result if we try to solve this exercise? What will it give us? Anybody in the chat? Excellent. So what it is going to give us? It will give us an option. Correct. It will give me an option to, let me just explain it to you this way. We are selecting the sheet 3 of the worksheet as it says. Once you have selected the sheet 3 of the worksheet, the next step that it is asking us to do is, it's asking us to select the name range, range from D11 to F11. And then once we have selected the range from D11 to F11, it is asking us, the next step that I have got here is, it is asking me to put some values. Okay, everyone. Okay, so now after that you have done, after all these steps are done, I'll scroll down. Once all these things are done, you will press the enter key. Press the enter key. And then finally choose OK. And you will see an output like this. Yes, you can see these options. Okay. The next thing that we are going to do is selecting a cell and then making it on the upper left corner in the list. So how we can do that? You will see that in the formulas tab on the defined names group, there is a formula option, right? So you will click on that option, and from the use in formula menu, you can copy the names and paste it. This is another thing that you can do. Let's scroll down. You can delete and edit the range names. That is another big benefit. Delete and edit the name range. That is also possible. So all you need to do for that is, let me scroll down and show you. You can select a full range of numbers and you can delete them. So for example, there are different names given, different values given. You can select them and delete it. So in Excel, you can either delete one particular option or you can select multiple options. That is possible. Okay, let's look at the next option that we have got. Next option is around how you can edit the names. You can see Ali Jains is the name of a person which is on the Excel sheet, and I'm trying to modify it. I'm trying to change it. How do I do it? Using the edit option. Using the edit option. So in this Excel sheet over here, you can have huge amount of data, and in this huge amount of data, you can see you can import the data from the external data. You can import the data from the existing connections. You can do it from the database. Can you see these are the different options that we have got? So this is the benefit. Now you could, within the data section, we saw different data tools. We saw that we can have the outline, the grouped and the ungrouped and the subtotal items. Okay, so these are the different things which are supported. Now, the next thing that we can do is within this review tab, you can see that I've got an option to comment. I have an option where I can add the new comment. So let's say, you found something very useful on this cell. You can click on this new comment option. You can have a translate option. You can have the thesaurus from where you can find more details. You have this option of spell check, right? Are you all viewing this? You have an option to view. You have an option to insert the data. And within this data, you can see there is a pivot chart. Now, what happens is many times, when you have a huge amount of data and you want to create a pivot chart out of it, you will select this pivot chart option, and it is asking you to select the table range, from which range to which range, and click on OK. Obviously, if you don't have any data, it will not show you. But if you have the data, range, it will show up and you can select that data range. Is that making sense? Clear, everybody? This is the recommended charts option where you can select the different charts. Okay, these are the different chart options. Then the other things that you can do is you can select the different pictures. You can have online pictures added. You can create a line, column, the different charts like the create spark lines. So these are all in the advanced level, but good to know that these are the different things we can do. You have a header and footer option. You have a text box, hyperlink. You can add timelines and you can add a slide. So recommended charts. And then finally, from the My Apps option, from the store, you can fetch more details. You can create equations, symbols, you can have headers and footers, and you can have this different fonts that you can be added. So these are the different things which we can do inside the insert tab. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, any questions before we conclude? One thing that you all wanted me was to send you the PDF file. So definitely I'm going to drag and drop and put this PDF file multiple times so that you can have it. And as I said before, the team will also pass on this Excel sheet, this PDF file to you, right? So we've got less than 5 minutes. Any questions, anything that anybody wants to ask, any queries anybody has? So this workshop was more on a beginner's level to intermediate level of the Excel sheets. So if you stay tuned to Skillslash, we keep conducting workshops and we'll conduct one on the advanced level. Okay, so I put this PDF file. Is there any question, anything anybody wants to ask? Any queries, please put in the chat. And please do practice pivot tables with the data that you have. This is the option which I have shown you. Pivot charts which can be created. Try with the data that you have. I think my screen is paused. 1 second. This is the option. The PDF which I shared yesterday and the PDF which I'm sharing now is exactly the same PDF. Yes, Shashidhar, it is the same. Okay. All right. Any other question anybody has? All right. Any other question? All right. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. And thank you for your time. We will definitely conduct the Excel advanced sheet as well. And thank you so much once again for joining. It was wonderful to have you on board. And the certificate will be given to you. Okay. All right. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.